Hey everyone, I managed to figure out how the heck I can record until I get a capture card. It's not ideal. It's gonna be at a bit of a slant, and you'll be looking up to the game, but it's the best I can do. Now, I've got something special today. Today I will be starting my new Let's Play series. But I got someone I never thought I would to come back to the channel. And I even got them to agree to a Let's Play series. Welcome back, Shadow the Hedgehog. Yes, I'm here. Let's just get on with it. You are always impatient. Yeah, well, the only reason I agreed was it's a gun game. I was about to say that's very edgelord of you, but, I mean, look at who I'm talking to. Mr. Edgy. So, something I've been bad about in the past with Let's Play series is stopping in the middle. Something else I've been bad about is skipping cutscenes. I'm not going to do that. This Let's Play series, despite how long the game is, I promise you, I will go all the way through it unless something goes wrong, like my disc just dies. Which, it shouldn't, because my old disc did die, but it was several years old. It had to be like 4 years old, and I played this game back then every day, so it was just like, that game died. This is a new disc. This disc isn't new, but, and I just realized what I said, but this is the same game. The first episode will probably just be cutscenes, because that's one thing Rockstar is notorious about. Long cutscenes. And with this Let's Play series, I'm going to be providing most of the commentary, and Shadow's mainly just going to react. That's kind of what we had agreed to, so that's how this is going to work. So you won't hear much from him. It'll just be when he has something to say. Yes, everyone goes to hell. Thanks to me. Oh gosh, you're gonna like this game, Shadow. Everyone knows what the Old West was. Which, this game is quite realistic. Like, it's not historical fiction or anything. Wait, I just saw Bonnie. Okay, that didn't make much sense, but this game is very accurate for a video game as to how it actually was back then. Is the story realistic? Not really. Is it a real story? Again, not really. It's made up. But the game itself, just like how the world acts and how the world interacts with you, is very realistic. It may seem a little violent to be realistic, but, well, America wasn't exactly the nicest people ever in history. Well, I mean, a lot of people care about civilization. Not everyone is just us. They only care about the edge. Like, not everyone is edgelord and edgelord alone. And you're not exactly 100% edgy yourself. I'm not going to be a jerk and mention it, but you know what I'm talking about. This is a cheap controller. My old controller conked out, so I am working with a remote that turns off if you go too long without doing anything on it. But yes, this is going to be a full playthrough. I love this game. I know Shadow's going to love it because you basically shoot stuff in every mission. I have played all the way through this game before, so there's that. But now, I don't know all of the story myself because I always skip cutscenes. So there will be some things that I didn't know because I never watched the actual cutscenes. But because people would go off on me, like if I ever get big, people are going to go off on me for skipping cutscenes. Can't do anything about my previous Let's Play series, but this one, I can. This one, I cannot skip cutscenes. So I am recording on a different device, so bear with me here. As any Shadow fan would know, he's not the most talkative person ever, so that's why we made this agreement. And here's dynamic. I am quite a powerful being. I could defend myself if Shadow decided to attack, and he knows this. So would I call myself quite as strong as Fleetway Supersonic? No, but I could probably defend myself against Shadow. Excuse me. Well, look, I know you like to think of yourself as the ultimate life form, but honestly, have you met Fleetway? When he's in his psycho states, I'd argue Goku would have a hard time beating him. So, I don't really think you would stand much of a chance. And yes, this is the same Shadow that showed up last time. Oh, you're gonna like this next part, Shadow. Of course, you're gonna like most of this game, because this game is Old Western. There's a lot of the game is going to be shooting. God, I remember when my videos were like 5 minutes each. That never would have worked for this game. It's too long. I plan to make each episode here about 30 minutes, give or take, because some of these missions are quite long, and I don't know for sure that, well, I don't know for sure that I'll be able to make them exactly 30 minutes, so don't get on my case about that. I sort of know what's going to happen here, but Shadow doesn't. I know exactly what's about to happen. Of course, you can probably guess. Honestly. So, depending on how long it takes me to upload this video, I may do part 2 today. Of course, this is also assuming Shadow is up for it. And no, don't. Now, Shadow, the first couple missions, specifically the Bonnie missions, are not full of fighting. I'm going to tell you that right now. They aren't. Does it really look like he needs it? Exactly. Well, yeah, honestly, you kind of got a point there, Shadow. I mean, you never tried to save me before. You only seem to save yourself. Bill, I implore you, think about which, for those of you who don't know, because nowadays a lot of people will have seen Red Dead Redemption 2 because it's the newer game that more people like. Which I don't personally. I prefer 1 because it's just, honestly, the gameplay is better. But for those of you who don't know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually a prequel to this game. So, everything that happened here, they had to make Red Dead Redemption 2 fit what happens here. And a lot of people have sort of just stopped with Red Dead Redemption 1, which I wish people would just bring the game back, since nothing's going to happen if I just wait for someone to do it. I'm going to bring it back. Now, what specifically do I like better about Red Dead Redemption 1? Well, the gameplay I find is more fluid. Your horse, while is still a little unwieldy, is easier to control. You can actually hit something when you fire your gun. That's always nice. It's nice to be able to survive fights because you're able to shoot stuff. I prefer the system with paying off bounties, because getting a bounty on your head is just something that's going to happen. Because in Red Dead Redemption, the higher your bounty, the more likely, the more often and more sheriff will come after you. But this game allows you to pay it off in portions. Therefore, you can ease up the posses and you don't get attacked by as many or as often. Also, if you have like a $1,000 bounty, which isn't that hard to get in this game if you really try, you're gonna want to be able to pay it off little by little. Now, you may be wondering, well, what about pardon letters? Well, yeah. I don't remember if Red Dead Redemption 2 has pardon letters, but I know they exist in this game, and they are so helpful. Anyways, I'm gonna let the characters talk for the rest of this video, because I've done a lot of talking. We're only about halfway through, and I have blabbed this whole time. So I'm gonna leave this to Shadow's reactions, or when he has something to say, and the characters for a little bit. This again. Sorry, it's a cheap remote.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life.
One more thing. I am playing this on PS3. Nowadays, a lot of people would be like, you still have a PS3? What about PS5? Yeah, I'm trying to get a PS5. And my PS4 is great, but I don't have a lot of games for it. I don't know if you can hear that squeaking, but that's the joystick of my remote. And I just knocked her over. Well, yeah, I kind of expected you to act like this, Shadow.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good for nothing outlaws and help them yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Mr. Foreman.
Wait.
I'll show you around the property.
Why is my horse black? The only time I've ever had a black horse is when I was very low on honor. What? It's a Rockstar game. How many times do you have to kill for money in Rockstar games? Seriously.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
And before you get mad at me for saying it's a gun game, Shadow, it is a gun game. They're just setting up the story right now. I don't like this part myself, but
I'm no expert.
it's a let's play. I couldn't just skip to the good part.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
Here and there, the body missions do have a little shooting, but most of her missions are pretty boring, so I'm going to try to get her missions out of the way as fast as possible. So just bear with me, everyone, including you, Shadow. Anyways, I'm gonna do what I said and let the characters talk for a little bit. I'm gonna let the characters do their thing for the last 10 minutes. leave our talking to just reactions.
And here we are, back to the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
I just tried to hit you. The jumping and hitching button are the same button.
Well, are we going inside? How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot and then riding a horse seems to take it out of you.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while. Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland,
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
I don't like this part.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
I don't really want to spoil it, but for animal lovers out there, I kind of have to because it's Okay, so animal lovers, you either need to not watch this, or from this point forward, you should just stop watching, or if animals in a video game getting killed doesn't bother you, because like that's just part of the game. You will have to shoot animals, which I don't really like. I'm not gonna let it turn me off of playing the game, but I had to tell you about that because that's some people are very serious about that. I had to give a warning.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all.
Yes, well, I kind of expected that from you, Shadow. Part of the reason I would hate living on a ranch,
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
because I really would not be too thrilled about shooting animals.
And it's not the rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
We got a coyote. Get those pets before they scare the livestock. Nice shot.
Oh, really?
Hurry, I'm in the forest. Right to the chicken.
Hey. Let's go.
Well, we got rid of the coyote. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
Yeah, so the intro here is relatively long.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Um, we're gonna have about 5 minutes left after this mission, so what I'm gonna do for the last little bit of time here is I'm going to, we are going to explore the ranch because
Here we are.
I've seen it before, but a lot of people are gonna want to see it, just because, like, I've noticed a huge decline in this game on YouTube ever since Red Dead Redemption 2. I swear this game has disappeared off the face of the earth for 2 years. Wait, 3 years. Came out in 2018, didn't it? 2, not this one. So yeah, all your properties have this containers, they call it. I don't know why they don't just call it a chest. But you will find things like ammunition and money in those. You should always check those. Oh, this is perfect. I was gonna do a boring tour, but instead we can explore. I can tour the ranch by doing this job, which will get us some money and hopefully a chance to shoot someone. Which, please note, everyone, so I feel like it's important for me to do this disclaimer. So, disclaimer, don't shoot anyone because you're angry or anything like that. Don't act violently towards other people because you're upset. Just because it's in video games does not mean it's okay. Killing people is not okay. Please do not think of this game as something to incite reason for violence. Now, that may sound like a really stupid thing to say, who doesn't know that, but some people that play violent video games do get violent in real life, and I've never really paid attention to that, but I need to start doing these kinds of things, at least on the first part when I do a Let's Play of these games. Am I expecting myself to do it every time I play a violent video game on the channel? No, I'm gonna forget, but at the very least, my Let's Plays. Which, now that I know this will work, now that I know I can upload things, like gaming stuff, I'm going to try to do some Neo uploads and Dark Souls uploads. Wow, just like that, I have the Baller Twins outfit. Okay, so a little bit more of a tour, and then I'm going to call it there. May go a little over. So this, as Bonnie said, is the general store. General stores in this game can be used to buy things such as ammunition. For some reason, you can buy ammunition at general stores. I think. I don't remember because I never touched a general store. You can buy horse steeds. You can get some really fast horses from that. You can buy things like bait for hunting. Never touched that because, again, I'm an animal lover. I don't like killing animals even in video games. Although I can put up with it for a video game. And you can just, you can buy different sort of things. When you see white big white letters like this on the map. Those are missions. I can't do a mission right now because it's not the right time. That will become a much bigger number when I actually can do the mission. Let me just show you. See, between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m., which of course is in-game time. Which, yeah, you get that little pocket watch in the pause menu. We've already seen the house. Foreman's offices has been made abundantly clear. Barn. Bonnie did a pretty good job with the tour. Don't worry about buildings like these, okay? So, this is the blacksmith. You don't really do anything with these buildings. Although, I'm going to be, if I can, I'm going to be a little bit of a jerk here and probably get myself a wanted level, but I think you all want a little more action, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to end this with a little bit of a firefight. I'm going to get a bounty on me, but oh well. Okay, like, wait, they actually didn't even know about me. Part of the reason I did this was I felt that Shadow was sort of losing interest. No, not the horse. Are you kidding me? This is what you can expect from the later missions. Just running around shooting. Now, remember how I said it's easy to get a big bounty? I just got a $365 bounty. Back then, that was thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. Like, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, a weekly wage was like $10. Now, I'm not going to really pay it off. I'm just going to wait till I get a pardon letter. There is a specific mission where you have to pay off a $5 bounty that you get. So, I'm just going to deal with having to fight off the sheriff until that mission rolls around, because he gives me a pardon letter and I get to ditch my bounty for free. I'm just going around collecting what was left behind. But yeah, I really just did that because I didn't want to lose anyone's interest, and I wanted to keep Shadow's interest especially, because kind of need him to stick around for the Let's Play, which that's one thing that could end the Let's Play if Shadow just doesn't want to do it. Because this Let's Play is Shadow and Dynamic, but what that would do is it wouldn't stop the Let's Play. It would just mean I would be doing it myself without Shadow. We agreed to all of this ahead of time. Anyways, time for outro, so everyone, stay safe out there. Stay positive, because this whole dilemma in the world is coming to an end. I'm gonna be very careful I don't mention it by name or anything, but this whole dilemma is coming to an end, and we are going to have normal lives again very soon. So just stay safe out there, and please, 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 don't be idiots about the medicine that's being sent out to everyone. And even though this specific Shadow isn't a YouTuber, I'm gonna let him do an outro as well. Well, mortals, just don't bother me. Bye. Well, that was kind of a rude outro, but if that's really how you want people to hear you sign off, okay. We need to find you a better outro before the series is over, Shadow. Honestly, we do. Anyways, I'm gonna call it there. See you all next time.